welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be practicing a water mandala flow suitable for pregnancy. So water element is particularly relevant within pregnancy because it's about embracing change, it's about fluidity, going with the flow, it's about a journey, this evolvement within our life, which of course is very similar to the journey of pregnancy. It's also great because it works on the inner thigh and the groin, and it helps open up the hips, preparing us for labor. So I'm 31 weeks currently. So this flow is suitable for all trimesters, but of course, listen to your body, consult your doctor, your midwife, and take it easy. You don't have to do everything. Just take your time and enjoy this practice. So in your own time, we're gonna get started seated with the soles of the feet together and knees apart, coming into Baddha Konasana. You might want to have a cushion handy or rolled up blanket to place underneath your sit bones. Or you can take your blocks and release your forehead onto the blocks. So in our mandala flow, we start with yin. So we're taking more of a yin-like posture to begin with, rounding through the spine, curling through the spine, chin to chest, releasing out the lower back, and starting to cultivate our breath now. So deepening your breath in through the nose, out through the nose. Couple more deep breaths. Slowly breathing in, slowly breathing out. 2 more here. And then slowly we're going to come up. We'll extend our right leg long, coming into Janushasana. So left foot is coming to the inner thigh. Maybe you take a block underneath this left knee if it's starting to lift quite a bit. And we're going to inhale, reach the arms up above, and exhale, we're going to fold on the inside of this right leg. Again, we're taking it in more of a yin-like posture, so rounding through the spine, allowing the head to hang heavy, and breathing into that right hamstring and inner thigh. Staying here for around 5 more breaths. Two more. Walking your hands in, left hand comes behind. We're going to press into that left shin and press your hips forwards, coming into a little back bend, reaching the right arm back and opening across the front of the chest, the shoulders, and slowly releasing all the way down. Good. Swapping sides. So left leg extends, right sole of the foot to the inside of this left thigh. Inhale, reach your arms up above, and exhale, fold on the inside of this left leg. So working into the left hamstring and inner thigh. Inhale, lifting, and exhale, folding, taking it more yin-like, so rounding and letting the head hang heavy. You could even place a block underneath the head, or a couple, if you want some support here. Breathing here for 3. Breathing here for 2. One more. Left hand comes behind. We press into the right shin and we press our hips forwards and open up across the front of the chest. Good. 2 more deep breaths. Really pressing the hips forward, squeezing glutes. And exhale, slowly, gently come down. Nice, crossing over the ankles. We'll come into a child's pose to begin. So stretching arms forwards, pressing your hips back towards your heels, feeling that nice release in the lower back and through the spine. Grounding sensation, so releasing yourself all the way down. And child's pose again is water element, so working into the inner thighs and the hips. Taking it slowly. Take a nice nourishing breath in. Maybe this time sigh it out through the mouth. From here we'll meet in a downward facing dog. So tucking toes, lifting hips, and maybe paddling out through the hamstrings, through the feet. If down dog is too much for you, you can come into an all fours position, perhaps play with a few cat and cows. So all fours is another variation instead of your down dog. So remember to modify your practice as you need. And then we'll start by working through our mandala flow. So this is where we turn 360 around the mat. So we're going to start with the right side. So stepping right foot outside of left. Stepping right foot outside of right hand. Maybe hands come onto blocks. Bringing the ground up to you. Inhale, we're going to lift the chest. Nice. Exhale, we're going to find a half split. Again, hands can be on blocks. We're folding on the inside of this right leg. Good. Bending into the right leg. We're coming into surfer's lunge, skandasana. Hands are on the mat. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, we're going to forward fold, prasarita. So folding on the inside of our legs. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Coming to the back of the mat, skandasana, flexing right foot, lifting chest. Inhale. And then exhale, we drop the back knee, arms go up like a wave, water. Open the chest, low lunge. And exhale, place your hands down, slide your right knee back. Inhale, drop the chest, look up. Exhale, round and curl into your spine. Nice, either staying there or finding another downward facing dog. Taking a couple of deep breaths in through the nose, out through the nose. One more here, inhale. And exhale. Right leg steps outside right hand. Inhale, we drop the back knee and we lift the chest. Exhale is a half split, hands on inside. We bend into that right leg. Skandasana, hands are on the mat, lift the chest. And then come to the center of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, prasarita. Sending the weight into the left foot. Flex the right foot. Surfer's lunge. Inhale, lift heart. And then exhale, we're going to drop the back knee. We're facing the front again. Inhale, arms go all the way up towards the sky like a wave. And exhale, we press into the hands, slide this left knee back. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, push into the hands, round through your spine. And then tuck toes. Pause for another 2 breaths in your down dog. One more in. One more out. Good, going on the left. So left leg steps on the outside of the left hand. Maybe hands are on blocks. Inhale, drop the back knee, lift the heart. Exhale is a half split. Sending the weight into the left foot, flex the right. Surfer's lunge, lift the chest. Come to center, we're in our prasarita. Inhale, heart lift. Exhale, forward fold. Coming to the back of the mat, bend the right knee, lift the chest, flex the left foot. Drop the back knee. Inhale, arms go up like a wave. Inhale, low lunge facing the back of the mat. And exhale, slide that right knee back. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest. Exhale, draw your baby in round through the spine. Good, either staying in your all fours or find a down dog, 2 breaths. Breathing in, breathing out. Left side, left leg steps on the outside of the left hand. Drop the back knee, inhale, lift the chest, look up. Exhale is a half split, folding on the inside. Bending into the left knee, flex the right foot. Skandasana, lift the chest. And then come back to center. Inhale, we forward, we lengthen, and exhale, we fold in. Bending into right knee. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, we're going to drop the back knee. Arms lift like a wave, looking up. And exhale, we're going to press into the hands, slide your right knee back. Lovely. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your heart, lift tailbone. And exhale, draw your baby in. Very nice. Sending hips back towards the heels. Taking a child's pose. We finished one mandala. So allowing yourself to settle, feeling perhaps into that warmth that we've created. Take one more breath here. Lovely. And then slowly find your downward facing dog. Nice. Making your way to the top of the mat. Coming into a ragdoll, taking the feet nice and wide, swaying from side to side. Inhale, maybe hands on blocks or to shins. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, we forward fold. One more, inhaling. And exhaling, folding. Nice, pressing into the hands. Stepping back to your downward facing dog. If that's too much, come to your all fours position. And then we're going to do that again, but we're going to add variations. So from your down dog, step your right foot on the outside of the right hand. Drop the back knee. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, find a half split. So pulsing this time. Inhale, lifting chest, looking up. Exhale, half split. One more inhale. One more exhale. Nice. Turning towards the left, bending into right knee, Skandasana. Maybe hands to heart center, finding your balance, or arms up above. Of course, you can keep the hands on the floor if you need. Otherwise, finding your core, pulling up through pelvic floor. And then slowly, we're going to come back to center. But this time, we're finding a goddess pose. So cactusing the arms. Imagine that you're squeezing a pencil between your shoulder blades. Inhale, straighten the legs, prayer to sky. Exhale, cactus. 2 more, inhale, straighten. Exhale, cactus. 1 more, inhaling. And exhaling. Bending into the left leg. Again, find that balance. Hands to heart center. Prayer above the head. You decide. Flexing foot. Nice. Another deep breath in. And out. Dropping back. Knee facing the back of the mat. Inhale, arms go all the way up. And then option here to interlace the fingers behind the back of the head and open your chest. Or if that's too much, hands to thighs. Wherever we are, we're holding for 3 breaths. So adding a hold. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hands come down. We slide that right knee back. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart. Exhale, round into your spine. Very nice. We'll add Anahatasana, facing the back of the mat. So forehead to the mat, maybe chin and chest, allowing your torso to drop. 2 more. 1 more. Good. And slowly returning to your downward facing dog. Nice. Stepping right foot forwards. Drop the back knee. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale is a half split. Pulsing. Inhale, lift the chest. Low lunge. Lizard lunge, sorry. Exhale, half split. 1 more inhale to your lizard. Exhale to your Ardha Hanuman. Bending into the right leg. And then hands to heart center. Maybe prayer above your head, finding the balance. Good. Staying. Maybe focusing your drishti on a point that doesn't move. And then we'll rise into our goddess pose, this time cactusing arms. Inhale, straighten your legs, prayer to sky. Exhale, cactus. 2 more, inhale. Exhale, bend. 1 more, inhaling. Exhaling. Bending into left leg, flexing right foot. Finding your balance. Maybe you can start to draw that left heel down. Press into the outer left inner thigh. Open up your chest, perhaps finding the balance. Lovely. On your next exhale, drop the back knee. Inhale, find your low lunge for 3. So take your variation, hands interlaced on the thigh or to the back of the head. 2 more breaths. 1 more inhale, puff up your chest. And exhale, hands come down. We slide the left knee back. Inhale, drop your belly, look up. Exhale, round and dome into your spine. Nice. We're facing the front of the mat. We're going to add a child's pose on. So taking a pause in these pulsations, these holds, a little bit more active. So just taking a pause as we face the front and the back of the mat. Slowly from here, find your downward facing dog. Remember, you can modify taking all 4s. And then we'll go on the left. So left leg steps forwards. Drop the back knee. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, find a half split. 2 more. Inhale, pulsing. Exhale, flexing. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, fold. Turning towards the right side of the mat. Down, right arm up. Opening the heart. Nice, we're coming back to center. Instead of goddess pose, we're going to take a forward fold, but we're holding for 3 breaths. Maybe hands to calves, ankles, or even big toes. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, sending the weight into the balls of the feet. 2 more breaths here. 1 more. Coming to the back of the mat, bending into right leg. Right hand down, left arm up, Skandasana. Or, of course, take your variation. You don't have to take this one. Just an option. Dropping back knee, finding your low lunge to hold. Your variation, I quite like tucking the back toe to give me a little bit of stability, especially in this hold. On your next exhalation, hands come down. We take a cat and cow. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your heart. Exhale, round and push the mat away. Nice. When we're facing the back of the mat, this time we find a puppy pose, stretching arms forwards or forehead to the mat. This is air element opposite to our water. Quite nice to counteract all of that hip opening. One more nourishing breath to stay. And then slowly find your downward facing dog. Tucking toes, lifting hips. Good. Left side again. Left leg steps forwards. Drop the back knee. Inhale, lift the chest. Final side. Exhale is a half split. We pulse 2 more times. Inhaling, arching the spine. Exhaling, folding. One more inhale. Deeply exhale. Turning to the left side. There's a variation this time to take the left hand down, the right arm reaches up, or play with your own. Opening the chest. From here, we're coming into the center. This time a forward fold to hold. Hands to the backs of the calves, the ankles, all big toes. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold in. 2 more breaths to stay. Facing forwards, dropping back knee. And we'll come into that low lunge for one final time. Holding for 3. Enjoying that nice back bend. Listening to the quality of your own breath. As you exhale, we slide the right knee back. We take one more cat and cow. So inhale, drop your belly, lift your heart. Exhale, round, push the mat away. And then step back to your heels. So we're going to start to bring it down a little bit. So we're going to come into a wide-legged straddle. And again, use your props. So you might sit on a blanket, a pillow, maybe roll up your mat, give yourself some lift, or you might be fine without. Listen to your body, and then we're going to forward fold. You can use blocks underneath your forearms. You decide. You can also take the feet a little bit closer if you feel like you're sinking into your flexibility too much. Quite common in pregnancy to overstretch, so just be mindful of that. And then we'll be here for around 10 breaths. Again, taking more of a yin-like posture to seal our practice. Starting to close down the eyes, starting to bring that awareness internally, finding this sense of presence in our practice. Connection to ourselves, connection to our baby. And then gently coming into a comfortable seat. We'll take the right hand down. We'll lift the left arm up and over. So opening up the chest, again, air element, opposite element. Just closing with a few nice side bends. Left hand down, right arm up and over. Pushing yourself up to seated, one hand to heart, one hand to belly. Take a big breath in for baby. Big breath out to the mouth for you. Closing your practice by bringing your hands to your heart center, connecting with that sense of calm and clarity. Bringing that into the rest of your day, your pregnancy, your journey ahead towards motherhood. Thank you.